Welcome to our comparison video on switching from 315/70 R17 to 305/70 R17. The diameter difference between these tire sizes is 1.6%, which falls within the acceptable 3% range. This means the interchange is acceptable without necessitating major adaptations. Switching to the 305/70 reduces the diameter by 0.55 inches, which in turn lowers the vehicle's ground clearance slightly. This decrease could make your vehicle marginally more susceptible to scraping on obstacles and rough roads, but the difference is minimal and may not be noticeable in most driving conditions. The width decreases from 12.4 inches to 12.01 inches, a reduction of 0.39 inches or 3.2%. This slight narrowing of the tire could potentially affect the contact patch, but the change is relatively small and may not significantly impact traction or stability for most drivers. Switching to the 305/70 decreases the sidewall height by 0.28 inches. This smaller sidewall height could result in a slightly firmer ride and marginally less impact absorption compared to the larger sidewall of the 315/70. However, the difference is minimal and may not be noticeable to most drivers. With the smaller 305/70 tires, the speedometer will read slightly higher than the actual speed. For example, at a speedometer reading of 20 miles per hour, the actual speed will be 19.68 miles per hour. Based on our observation, switching from 315/70 R17 to 305/70 R17 offers several benefits. The slightly smaller size may provide a marginal improvement in fuel efficiency due to reduced rolling resistance. The narrower width could potentially enhance steering response and precision, especially on paved roads. Additionally, the smaller tires might be more readily available and potentially less expensive than their larger counterparts. However, there are some shortcomings to consider. The slight reduction in ground clearance, though minimal, could be a factor for those who frequently engage in off-road driving. The narrower width might marginally reduce traction in certain conditions, particularly in loose terrain or deep mud. Lastly, the aesthetic appeal of a more aggressive tire stance may be slightly diminished with the smaller size.